Hey guys, in this video we are going to add JavaScript events to our order product form. So here let's just list the events that we are going to implement. So once we click order product, we'll show this product name, and then click show product name, then here supplier will need to, so if product name change, then we're going to show the supplier quantity row, so we choose this one, but pull suppliers, and then so I think that's basically it. Click on the order product, this will show the product name, then we'll render the product here, and then once we click, this will display the list of suppliers of the selected product, and then we can input the quantity that we want to order. So now we'll need to add this field, maybe we'll call it add another product, then here we'll have an ID of this one. So here, if you can see, we have script, so let's just create a script, and then initialize. Let's call this script and then refresh, then here so let's just view our product view and see how we implement. So okay, so here let's just use refresh, so here we can just call an event or a function, register events, and inside the register events going to add the click first, so here so we'll need to capture the ID. So we have the target element. If target element that ID equals then let's just alert for now. Show dialogues or show add new product fresh. So add a new product, so it's working. So what we're going to do is, this is the, we need to generate this HTML first. So here we'll need to copy this one, and then so actually we can put it inside the product options. So let's try to lag that one. As you can see here, okay, so this becomes a global to this script function. So here what to do is we'll need to loop on the products and then set it inside this select. So now so this will be the template. We'll register the events, then here let's render product options. So log, create the function, and then here we can log the var products. So as you can see here, these are the products. Now what we're going to do is so let's make the first option to be as a placeholder. So here we can do option HTML, then we loop the products, then here let's set the value to the ID. So product ID, then here we'll have the product name, So now let's update our product options. Then so let's just do a replace. So insert product here with the option HTML. So here let's add it inside that string, so that should replace the product or the options. Now let's try to click, see if this works. Try to log this first. So we have the let's try to log the option HTML. So I think we'll need to start it in a variable. So as you can see here, we have now the value. So now since we have this product name, we need to check where we can put the locations. As you can see here, it should be, so it is enclosed. So let's try to so this one should be inside. So here we can just remove these additional rows. Here let's make that one align. Then of course this one. Refresh. So here, as you can see, every time we click the add product, we need to open it inside this order product list. So let's try to, so we can just remove this. Fresh. So here in our product options, we'll need to create a product row. So this is for suppliers rows. So let's just copy that one. Then here just add let supplier HTML template. Let's just comment this out. Then here So if you remember, this one is the product options, so we can just remove and then copy that one. So for now, let's just get the container, so we need to insert it inside this element containers. Then here we'll need to that inner HTML plus equals so here we'll have suppliers row, so add new product order event. Then instead of the product options, we'll use .1. So let's refresh, add new products. As you can see here, we have product select, so now what we're going to do is we need to let's just update the padding tab 25 px or maybe so as you can see, let's just copy this code, then refresh, add a product. So this adds a new or a row of products. So now let's add an event to onChange function. So here let's remove. So if we click an event or click a product, we should pull the suppliers and then show suppliers the quantity and row. So here we'll need to add a new event, change, and then here this is a class. As you can see here, it should be a class, and we can use pull suppliers, add suppliers row on product option change. So if target or class list that contains the class, let's remove this one, so alert change. So let's try, we add another product change, see if this will work. Change, so now here we'll need to let get the PID, so which is the value of the selected element. So here we can use or just log the PID. As you can see, so now we need to pull the suppliers, this product, and then we render. So if we just in case we select product is empty, so here we can just use PID.length. If there's not sol.lag no ID, so it's working. So now we already have a code in place for the, I think it's product edit, product view, which shows the list of suppliers here. So we can use this code inside our script. But view so actually we'll need to add, can use this one. We'll use get functions. Here we'll target the database that get supplier.php. Then here, as you can see, we'll have the ID, PID. So here we'll just JSON, and then here suppliers, sol.lag suppliers. So let's refresh. So it's empty, empty, empty. So it should view the network. So it's showing a product. So I guess we'll just need to create our new file. Get product supplier.php. So select all from so we don't need this one, we'll just need the select the supplier name, supplier ID, then here from suppliers, suppliers will product supplier, the supplier will equal to the ID. It should be product equals to this ID supplier, that supplier will equals to suppliers.id. So here let's try to board on the products. This should be suppliers. We refresh. Fresh, add a new product. Let's see, supplier, so let's try to visit our PHP myadmin. So actually we'll need this one. So this should be, yeah, I think that's right. Supplier, got supplier's ID, got supplier that ID, supplier should be suppliers. First, you can see here we have two suppliers. So here we can just fresh. You can see we have supplier. So you can see new product one. It's pulling the supplier of the selected product. So here we'll need to add a new functions. Let's just create the global variable here, then render supplier os. So here we can use render supplier rows. So now we're going to think, let's just copy this. So here we can have supplier rows empty, and then supplier we can use this one, supplier rows equals So here, instead of supplier 1, we'll be using supplier and name. So now here we need to append to container. So how do we know in which element should we append? So we have this order product list, so we have supplier rows. So I think we'll need to have an ID. So supplier rows ID. So how do we use this one? So here we need to create a counter. So let's make this one to 0. Then here, so every time we add a new new element or new product or new button, click this one, we increment the counter. Then let's just use it as our key in suppliers row. So if we add, we should have that supplier rows one, there should be 0. So what we're going to do is, if we select, it pulls data and then append here. But how do we know? Think. So how do we know? So we can actually use the parent get by the parent class, and then get the ID here, the suppliers row. So instead we can use data that counter p counter. So I think we have that code script.js. So let's see if we have a script file. So here so as you can see, we have this closest. So let's just try to work, test if this will work. So on product name change, so this element will need to find the closest. So change on this input, the closest dev. Can we do this one? Let's just try. So that lag. Refresh. Let's see if so try. So as you can see, we pull the parent order row. Now we need to find or select suppliers row. If we refresh, change the second row, as you can see here it's showing counter 1, so this should be counter 3. And finally we'll get the data set that ID should be counter, so we can get the counter. So 0, that's right. So it should be 3, is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we find or able to get the counter. So next thing we're going to do is just fix this one. We'll need to add it here. Then here we'll need to append to the container. So if you see here, we have the supplier rows ID. So let container, so document that. Then here we'll use the counter ID. So let's just set to empty. So we clean it, and then we'll set the, well, actually you can just copy paste. So refresh, add a new product. So as you can see, product 3, Nestle updated Milo. So I think they share the same suppliers of product 3. Let's just double check view supplier. Okay, let's just update. Supplier will be supplier 1. Then here Nestle supplier. So now once we order a product 3, so we have the supplier 1, quick change Nestle suppliers. As you can see, it's working fine. So let's just view products and update. So see if we select OK for product 3. So here order product 3 should product 3 or product 1, product 3. So here the suppliers row, we should add a plus, so it will just append to the current selection. So product 3, so as you can see, we have the Nestle supplier. Add a new product, Milo sent. Add a new product, Milo. Add a new product. So as you can see, it is now working fine. So now let's try to update this one. Height px, border baby none, background green, padding left 20 px, or text indent. So the background should be this one, border 1 px, solid green, border radius 2 px, background should be white, some sort of white. So let's just copy, and then here in our quantity, let's add class order product qty. Then in our login.css, so let's remove this one, order product qty, then refresh. So let's just use this one. And remove this class, add a product. Let's just fresh, add a product 3, add a new product set, add a new product 3, product. So here we can input the quantity, then finally we can submit the order, then this will insert in this database. So for now, let's just the padding 26 or 25 px here. So let's refresh, add a new product, So as you can see, if we add a new product, old values are being set to empty. So let's try to fix that one later, but for now, so we have added events to each of the actions. So if we click the add product, it will display this product name. We select the product, and so here, as you can see, it is, so every time we click on the add product, it resets to its default value, the select product qty. So yeah, so in the next video, so we are going to add event to our submit order, and we'll process the data and insert it in our database.